Perched high up on limestone slopes overlooking the Waipara Valley is an organic winery and vineyard owned and operated by Diane and Ian Holding. This high-achieving couple originally hail from South Africa. However, after 10 years of living and working in Auckland, their lives suddenly changed.
I woke up one morning and knew my destiny was to grow grapes, and from that moment, my entire energies were directed to finding a piece of land and retraining as a winemaker.
And how did you end up in Canterbury of all places?
Well, because I knew I wanted to do Pinot Noir, I took a vintage job down here with Danny Schuster.
A real true pioneer for this region, for
Yeah,
Pinot.
and he kind of inspired me. And while I was working for him, I started looking at soil maps and started to realise what huge potential there was for Pinot here. The Golden Mile stretches from around about a mile in that direction.
Okay.
And it finishes approximately just beyond Fancrest Estate. And it's a big fault line with
And producing some pretty sensational wines.
limestone soils and as a result, sensational wines.
It's like a menagerie as you come up the driveway here. There's just animals all over the show.
I think the thing that I'm in contact with most of the time is the bird life on the farm.
And there's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them, and they have a job to do here. Part of their job is to deal with the insect pests. The guinea fowl are extremely useful in the vineyard because they don't eat grapes. The chickens eat grapes, but they make wonderful eggs. So golden
trade-off.
eggs, so it's a trade-off.
You grow organically, don't you?
It's about understanding the soil. We chose to go the extra step of no-till viticulture because more important than anything else is soil structure. And that affects everything from its water-holding capacity to the way in which the vines are able to penetrate the soils and get deeper and deeper into the soils. Thistles are rather exciting because they're an indicator weed.
An indicator of what?
They indicate to us that there's limestone straight underneath them. They're an amazing plant in that they have these really tough roots that can pull up nutrients that would not be available in these sort of limestoney soils, and they can dig deep and get hold of minerals that the vines need, and when we eventually chop down the thistles, those nutrients become available to the vines. That's the secret, I think, to making great wine.
Di's Barrel Hall is probably the snuggest I've ever been in, and this is her estate Pinot Noir. Oh, that looks fantastic. So tell me a little bit about, your philosophy with making wine, because we know it's all natural in the vineyard.
Well,
It's
it's pretty natural in the winery as well.
But do you filter and fine and do all of that
I
stuff?
don't really think the wine needs it, and I think, to be absolutely honest, I don't think any wine comes out of fining or filtering the same as it went in. I'm expecting this barrel to be quite fizzy. We're going through malolactic at the moment.
Oh yes, a little bit of a crackle there, Di.
And you can taste it on. It's quite effervescent on the palate
All
as
right,
well.
have a taste. It is, but
Quite refreshing.
quite
on a hot summer
refreshing.
day.
Oh, good bones though. Your Pinot, I read, was the first fully certified wine from Waipara.
Every single thing, including our cleaning agents, have passed muster with Vigour, and I think it gives the consumer confidence that they're really getting a totally finished organic product.
You know what, I can't wait to see this when it's finished.
This is the first wine that was made 100% here on the estate.
Okay.
Completely and solely by me, my husband, and a youngster who helped us with harvest.
Hey, that's so floral and aromatic, isn't it?
It's quite special. It's the first of our wines that's shown such a marked floral character.
Incredible. It's almost like there's a little bit of rose and some spice and the rhubarb leaf, and it's lovely.
It's actually very exciting because for me this is the sign that the vines are for the first time getting down into the limestone.
It's hairy, yum. When I think of Pinot Noir, I think about game. Yum, hairy, gone tomorrow. Oh, that savoury element.
There's a meatiness to these wines, an earthy meatiness which I think goes well with all of these, especially the pork-based and the wild game foods. Quite proud of this wine, actually.